Since I've started posting these office everyday makeup, a lot of you have asked me for tutorials. I won't say everybody was asking me, oh my god, you guys won't stop asking. No, genuinely, a few people asked me, but they asked me very sincerely. So we're going to do that today. Let's get started. Starting off with skin prep, I'm going to use a toner. This one is very nourishing. Toner is pretty optional in skincare. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Just going to moisturize my skin with this because my skin is very dry, and before makeup I need that much. This is from Faye Beauty. It's the Hydra-Milk toner. It's a milky toner, very hydrating, but feels a bit lighter for my dry skin, so I like to layer 2 times. So that's what I'm doing right now. Never forget your neck. Your skincare doesn't end here, it ends right here on your chest. But yeah, I always do my neck. Next, I'm going in with a serum. This one is also a newly launched vitamin C serum from Wishcare. None of this is sponsored, by the way. This is something I use on an everyday basis. This one also has kojic acid and niacinamide. You can use either brightening serums or vitamin C serums in the morning. That's what I do. You know how I love a good multi-active serum because pigmentation and acne marks, which I regularly struggle with, are issues that one ingredient, one serum will not, like one serum with like one niacinamide will not treat. It's better to use multiple ingredients to target that from like multiple different angles. Finish of this is very matte. It's not bad actually. To use a moisturizer because my skin is very blackhead prone, clog pores prone. I'm going to use like a gel moisturizer. This is not entirely gel, it's gel cream. It's the Plum Niacinamide moisturizer. I always tend to get dry patches here after makeup after like 4 to 5 hours. So I'm going to go in with a more thicker moisturizer only in this area. Pro tip, if you have, this is Within Beauty Barrier Gel. If you are combination skin, you can actually use 2 different moisturizers to target 2 different areas of your face. I'm also going to do under my eyes because there are a lot of creases there. Dude, these Korean sunscreens are so worth the hype. Unke toners, essences, like toner pads are sometimes like overrated, but their sunscreens are truly worth the hype. This one takes some time to blend, but it's really good for oily skin too. Usually the sunscreens are more on the like dewier side, but this one is great for oily skin too. It gives a more natural finish, not that dewy. I'm going to let this absorb too for like 1 to 2 minutes because sunscreen needs to form a film on your face to actually work. Time for primer. Honestly, primer is an optional step. जैसे toner स्किन केयर में ऑप्शनल होता है वैसे प्राइमर मेकअप में ऑप्शनल होता है but I have some open pores here. That's why I'm going to use a primer only in that area and just to fill them in. This is the one I use from inside. I have many high-end primers too, but this one works so well that I always come back to this. Just because I need to fill the pores, I'm going to pat it in instead of like moving it or swiping it around because the primer has to go into your pores so that it can fill up. So I'm just going to pat it in only on the areas where I have open pores. If you have oiliness like around here, if you sweat around here or here, you can just apply there the primer there too. Really mattifies your skin. But since my skin is dry, I avoid using primer overall. Now I'm going with a lightweight foundation. Yes, I use foundation on a daily basis because I have brown skin with multiple shades of hyperpigmentation going around, and skin tints just don't cut it for me. But if you want one, you can try the Smashbox Halo Glow Skin Tint. It's beautiful. It's a little expensive, but so worth the price. It's a natural finish and so glowy. If you want something in budget, Mars one is also bang on. Mars is killing it, by the way. This one is actually very lightweight for everyday use. Another lightweight foundation is this Maybelline UV Matte, but ये oxidize हो जाता है after a certain point in the day, so I don't use it much. Also, it's very like matte and too cakey. Looks like for someone with texture on the skin, it emphasizes my texture, so I don't use it much. I'm using a foundation brush to blend because brushes give you more coverage. If you have like dark spots, dark circles, using brush is better. But if you have clear skin, you can use a beauty blender. With brush, you have to go in with like a buffing motion, like tap it in, and then just swipe it around the edges. But for most of the surface area, just have to buff it in and then swipe it across. While this blends, थोड़ी बातें कर लेते हैं. I'm a really talkative person in real life, but on social media I'm not, because I don't know the angles, the lighting, the aesthetics of like shooting and editing, so I mostly reserve myself to text-based post, even like on my stories, and like use green screen backgrounds. Gonna take this down to my neck. This doesn't have too much coverage. It's very light coverage, but you can build it up, I guess. Yeah. Now I'm just going to conceal where I see dark spots and dark circles. This is also Infallible. This is not sponsored, by the way. I use these products on a daily basis. They're really good. This is a full coverage concealer, but I'm actually looking for good shade match for my concealer, which I think I'll have to go into a store and do it, because online to nahi ho pa raha hai. I have recently realized that my undertone is neutral and it's not warm, so most of the shades pull warm on me, like orangey, like even this one. So yeah, the trick with concealer is to blend it only on that spot and not like blend it all over, just over that spot, like that. Yeah. This is actually not a suitable concealer for everyday use, but because of the coverage, I use this one because I need like a heavier coverage. This one is a PAC concealer brush, by the way. I'll link it down below. It's amazing. I saw it in Prakriti Singh's video, I think, and bought it. It was so worth the money. It's beautiful. Setting my eyes with a powder because my eyes crease a lot. I'm not going to use powder all over because I have dry skin, but only under my eyes because creases pad jati hai. The setting powder I'm using is also from Mars. It's not the best, but the one I have currently. Now I'm going to do my eyes, starting off with my eyebrows. I'm using this True Brow Definer from Blue Heaven. It's not the best one, but this is the one I use. Just going to brush it in and then fill. I don't need to fill that much, so it works. I will actually invest in a better eyebrow product, but till then, this is it. The shade is natural brown. I don't like black filling in my eyebrows. Brown color filling looks even more natural actually. Time for the eyes. Initially, I used to do a crease shade, then a darker outer shade, then like a shimmer inside, but it used to be too much for everyday use. Then I found a trick that completely changed my everyday makeup. So this is what we're going to do. I'm still going to use a crease shade. Just to give some definition, I'm using the Makeup Revolution palette. I'm going to use this brown shade for the crease. Just a little bit on the crease. Now what changed my eye game are brown kajals. I started with the Maybelline Smoky one, then I bought this Lamel kajal. So what I like to do is, you can also use a black kajal if your skin tone is fairer than mine. I like to use brown kajal. It looks a lot more natural. So I will roughly draw along the lash line. You can also do a wing like this, like a short wing for everyday use. I try to keep this as close to the lash line as possible. Same on the other side. And I also, according to my eye shape, I also like to concentrate a lot on the outer corner. So the outer corner is always a little raised, and I don't go all the way in because it makes my eyes look shorter. I don't come like here. I only keep it on the outer side. So I'm gonna roughly like just, yeah. Next, what I like to do is, you can just use this smudger and just smudge it out. But what I like to do is take another color from the palette on a smudger brush like this. I got this from Amazon. It's very cheap. I'll take a darker color this time, like a dark brown, something you use for a smoky eye. And I'm just going to smudge this out. You can do the same at the lower lash line too, or you can use the crease shade, the shade that you used here on your lower lash line. Now you just smoke it out. Yeah. Then just smudge it out. Finish off with mascara and you're done. This is the Swiss Beauty mascara. It's great for adding a lot of length to your lashes. It doesn't give a lot of volume, but it really like increases the size of your lashes. If I said that correctly. Makes for a great like everyday mascara. You can also build it up obviously like for special occasions, but I also have the mask one, and I like the mask one better because it gives both length and volume. Yeah, let's finish off with some lipstick and blush, and then we are good to go. Blush, I'm using the Inside Lip and Cheek Tint. I love this shade. It's called Pumpkin Spice. It's a nice orange shade. Just going to use it on the high points. Do not exceed from this point on from your eyes. That's what I do because I don't want that boxed in look. I want an elongated look, like, to snatch your cheeks. Yeah, I'm gonna use this brush from Milagro. It's a blush brush, but you can also use the mask one I showed you earlier. This one blends powder blushes really well, but cream blushes, it's very difficult to blend with this. I had checked the description before buying where they said you can blend cream and powder blush both, but clearly not. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go with a nude lipstick. The most used lipstick is this Swiss Beauty Cute Nude. It's a nice warm nude. I've already finished this lipstick. Yeah, that's it.